Okay, I cleared the filtering data for these other columns over here, and I moved all the spaces that we've already included on the first period over to the right here. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to go ahead and filter these so we can sort them. So we go up to sort and filter, and then we click the little filter tab right there. So we go up here and we go ahead and go through A through Z, and it puts everything in numerical order so we can kind of see where we're at. So, we could probably put the elevators off until we can do those pretty much anytime during the day, and the copy print room. Most of this stuff we can do pretty much in between classes. So you may have to shift around some of your schedules a little bit to make it fit. But since this circulation area is so large and it is carpeted surface, I think we should probably have that definitely in this next period. I'm not sure exactly. Let me go ahead and just clear that one out. Okay. All right. Just trying to take this one out since I've already moved it over. As far as the laboratory research area, we do research labs once a month. So I'm going to set that over here, and that goes into a different stack. I'll come back to that later when we do offices. As far as the kitchen area right here, that's probably a good idea. We have two kitchen areas, 3105 and 3218. So we can't really do those together, but we can probably group the kitchen area right here, and we can group that together with the other with 32. So that one's kind of isolated away from everything, but these three right here are kind of close together. So we could probably put these maybe up here. Okay, so we have the copy and print room. I'm going to go ahead and put those borders on there too. Okay, we have those. Okay, we're going to go ahead and move the circulation. Okay, circulation and carpet. We're going to move that, and we're going to set it after the kitchen here. Okay, so that's close to the same corridor. And while we're at it, we'll go ahead and throw these three in here, like there, the copy and print rooms. Okay, so that's plenty to do in this area. Let's go ahead and squeeze them together, and then we're going to go ahead and transfer them over to the other page on step 2. Okay, now that we have these all together, we're going to go ahead and just take this group right here. And remember, these circulation areas are pretty large, 3100 being the largest here. We may not get it all in the third or in the second period, but we're going to try our best. Just go over here, and then we want to go to step 2. And we scroll down to here in the B section here. This is step 2, so we'll just go ahead and press it in here. All right. And if you kind of look, everything's kind of in the square areas. So we have, this is one row right here. We have row 5, cell 1, row 5, cell 2, row 5, cell 3, and row 5, cell 4. So if you see the 3105, so if I go over to one of these schedules, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Let me go over to Tuesday. And you see you have row 5, cell 1, row 5, cell 2, row 5, cell 3, row 5, cell 4. So you have that 3105 right there. So let's go back to the step 2 part right here, and you'll see the same thing right here. Oop, right here, sorry. Row 5 cell is 3105 right there. Okay, so anyways, just so you understand how that all kind of fits together. Okay, we're going to go to step 3, and as you can see, we have all this. Now, since I have so many of these right in this area here, I want to show you a little trick that you can do up here in this period right in here. In the second period, in the first and second period, if you have this whole area filled, instead of trying to copy and paste all those routines in, you could actually go up here. And this is only a one-time thing, but you can go ahead and select routine. And what it does is it populates the whole area. Now, so that just saves you all that time of pasting all that stuff. But we don't need all of these down here. So how can we go ahead and get that to blank out really quick? So what we can do, there's 5 rows here. So we just count 5 rows down here. Okay, there's 5 rows. And what we do is come up here and we paste the 1, 2, 3, and it clears it all out. See how that's cool? All right, so let's just go ahead and let's get those circulation areas, because those are probably going to be the most time-consuming ones that we have to do, and we have to kind of do those on a daily basis. And I believe the 3100 is carpeted, so let me take a back look and see if the 3100 is carpeted, and it's almost 3,000 square feet. So it shouldn't be too bad, but it just depends on how much traffic it gets. So to be on the safe side, the 3100, let's go ahead and put, like, for the detail, let's put in about 20 minutes. Well, let's say 25. I was thinking between 30 and 25. So let's just go ahead and put like 15 minutes on routine. As you can see, some of the times came down a little bit on the routine on that particular one. Okay, so we're taking the circulation on the other one. It says linoleum, but it's actually LVT. And we're going to put, it's just pretty much just a dust mop kind of process. So let's just put 15-minute detail and 10-minute routine. Okay. All right, now we have the copy and print rooms, and I believe all the copy and print rooms are fairly small. Let's take a double look real quick. Copy and print rooms, 201 is the largest one. With the exception of 3335, I think we're just going to go ahead. That's the big one, so let's give that one about 10 minutes detail and 5 minutes routine. Okay, and the other ones I think we can get by on 3, 3, and 8 maybe. 3 and 8. Let's just try 3 and 8. And these are just guesses, but you got to kind of come up with an idea on the percentage of time that you would spend in these areas. It doesn't really necessarily have to do with how much time it takes. I mean, it has more to do with how you're dividing your time up, because these spaces will not always be as busy as you would think. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put 10 minutes in here for the detail for that kitchen. And I'll go ahead and do the same thing on the other one. So 5 and 10. And you will have to play around with these numbers. Once you have the numbers figured out, you may want to reprioritize some of the other spaces. Here we got the 3 and the 8 for the copy and print rooms. And these may vary. We have no idea how busy they're going to be. We may decide to change it up a little bit later on when we have more data. Okay, now we have quite a bit of time here. So let's just go ahead and stagger the details. And when you're doing the schedule, this works out really well, because you'll know that when they go in sequence, you go, hey, I just did a detail yesterday on the room next to it, so you'll know that you'll need to do a detail on the very next row the next day. I love this process because one of our zone managers decided to do it this way, and I said that's brilliant. So, anyways. So you kind of see, okay, we have a lot of time to play with, so we could actually add more time to some of these ones that we're not sure of. So I'm just going to leave that one the way it is right now, so that way you can see this, and we'll come back to it when we're trying to balance out our time a little bit more.